This episode of the Causeway Street Podcast is powered by ExpressVPN. You can stream every NBA game live for a fraction of the normal cost. Visit expressvpn.com/street to learn more.
Who else here?
One quarter into the regular season, we got a handful of impressive wins, if you ask me. And you know what? Let's start with what happened Wednesday night. I get it. Look, this team was on the second night of back-to-back, overtime, in Toronto. But regardless, right, there's plenty of positive takeaways.
No Spoelstra,
despite the fact, right? I mean, you look at what Jaylen Brown's been able to do, Jason Tatum, these guys, the three of them, it's almost like a new big three between these three guys. But how long can they sustain this? Because Jaylen Brown right now in the last two games averaging 29.5 points. The three of them nearly put up 80 points against a really good Miami Heat team. How are you guys feeling about the squad right now?
Well, they're a really good Miami Heat team. They're top 3 or 4 team in the Eastern Conference this year.
Right. And they've been playing really good basketball.
Yeah, man. So that's a big win. Don't matter if they're on the second night of a back-to-back. Don't matter. It doesn't matter. You can beat that type of team at home. You're supposed to beat them at home. But I think you can take a lot away from that game. I think one of the biggest things that you can take away from that game is Jaylen Brown, obviously, was balling out. I think they also showed that streak of, hey, we're going to play like crap for a quarter, maybe even a half, and then come right back. That'll help. That they showed they can still do that. But I think overall, you come off that Western Coast swing, you come back home. You've had a couple of games in New York and but local trips, and hey, they've now won 4 out of the last 5 games. I mean, that's a great way to bounce back from a subpar road trip.
The fact that they're playing without Gordon Hayward and they're 8-4 now without him,
right?
Like that's a good sign, but how long can they sustain that? Like
let me ask you about that stat. Do you think they would be? What would they be with Gordon Hayward?
Well,
and with the West Coast trip,
I think they would have they wouldn't have been below 500. I think they could have swept that West Coast
but I'm
trip
saying
with him.
This whole thing about 8-4 without Gordon Hayward.
Yeah.
But what would they be with Gordon Hayward?
I mean, I think I'd probably add maybe a win or two.
Maybe a game.
Right.
They beat the Clippers. I feel like they would beat the Clippers without a doubt with Gordon Hayward.
Okay. Maybe Gordon helps in the end of that Denver game as well.
Beat Sacramento.
The game against the Nuggets,
The Nuggets game was tough, even though what happened with Kemba Walker kind of took the air out of their sail there early on, but they did bounce back, being down 19 points.
So are we saying
Gordon Hayward towards the end of that game could have made a difference.
Closes out.
So the whole thing that I'm saying though is if Gordon Hayward is coming back soon,
I say
10-2,
10-2, 11-1 at the best.
Okay. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If with Gordon Hayward on this team, if you think 8-4 is bad,
I'm not saying it's bad.
It's not bad. It's actually good.
It's
without
good.
Gordon Hayward,
Yeah.
right? Then what happens when he comes back? Are we now saying sort of subtly that the Celtics team should be a 60 to 65 win team with Gordon Hayward on the floor if they're healthy for the rest of the year?
That's not too far off from the prediction you made before the season started. Right? What would you say? 63 games?
No, he said
64 wins.
Yeah, he went I think me and you were low 50s, and you Ducha was 55, 56.
Yeah,
at the least.
Well, I mean, yeah.
No, he was in the 60s.
I don't think he did 60. I don't think he did 60.
I don't remember.
Maybe 57.
I make that shit up on the fly, man.
You know,
no,
never that.
Get out of here.
We know Gordon Hayward's working his way back. Whether it's Christmas or later in the month, he's not too far away. But seeing them perform at that high of a level without him, I think speaks volumes. Brad Wanamaker, I mean, how impressive has he been on both ends of the floor? He's been scoring in double figures. He's defending at a high level. But then you look at the bigs as well. Man, Daniel Tice. Where did that come from? I'm not saying that as a shot to Daniel Tice, but it's where's that level of consistency from Tice on the defensive end that we've been seeing lately?
Well, I think because he was playing behind Horford and Baines the last couple years, he's I just need to score. Or maybe that's what that was expected of him from Ainge and the coaching staff. You just go in there and you score.
Right, but even after that, I'm talking about early this season.
No, that's what I'm talking about. But now this time around, this year, obviously, he's starting the majority of the games. It's been Tice at the 5. And
that's Brad's ideal start.
Exactly. So he knows I got to pick up the slack on the defensive end, and that's what he's been doing: blocking shots, grabbing rebounds. He's what is he averaging? 8 points, 8 rebounds. That's
all you need.
Yeah, no, but on some nights he'll hit double doubles.
Yeah, 3 blocks Wednesday night.
Yeah. But that's legit. All you need from your center is somebody who can come in and play consistent. And I think the interview with Danny Ainge, I heard he basically was praising Robert Williams, but he also was just and Daniel Tice, he's just been the most consistent big man we've had all year.
Yeah,
which is true.
You can call it whatever you want. The 5 by committee, I guess, approach so far, and it's been working, but
works a lot better than closer by committee.
No
Allen Embry or
here comes another Red Sox reference.
You're gonna go shout on Cora now all of a sudden, bro?
No, not Cora. This year they didn't even have a closer.
Oh, okay.
Talk about 03, baby.
Well, they tried to do it with the Cora.
Embry in the 8th.
Yeah, that's true.
Who's the other guy's name?
Timlin.
Timlin in the 9th.
Timlin was the
Yeah.
Embry and Timlin. Those are the 2 dudes.
Mm-hmm.
Then you had Scott Williamson out there too.
No, he started some games.
No Falky until in the following season.
No, Williamson never started.
I mean, no, not Williamson. Who's the other guy? The older guy.
Lowe?
The left-handed dude?
No, I think he was a righty. Who was it? Burkett?
Oh yeah,
I don't know. I thought of him, bro.
Burkett was just a starter. That was 04 too.
No, he wasn't 04. He was just 03.
03?
I felt bad for him. Man, I wish he won because
he was a rock.
Yeah, and he was, at that time of his career, he was, fading out.
But
on his way out.
To get to my point, I think the Red Sox in 03 ruined
bring it back, bro.
the by committee thing. I think center by committee is perfectly fine.
No, it's perfectly fine.
It's not the most clutch fucking
I got you.
pitching,
that's perfectly fine. Well, it has been for the first 20 games.
Mm.
But how many teams have they faced? And mainly what comes to mind is the Clippers, where length became a problem, but more perimeter in that particular game. But it could be a problem if you're facing.
You know what does work though? Running back by committee. I think it's sort of
what?
No, I think center by committee.
Go ahead.
Center by committee is centers in the NBA nowadays are just like running backs in the NFL. They've become irrelevant. If you have a great one, okay, cool.
Yeah, I was going to say.
But you don't need a great center and you don't need a great running back to win
that's not what I'm
in
saying,
the NBA and NFL. You can rotate bodies. You'll be okay.
That's not what I'm saying. When I say the committee thing, it's because Tice is undersized. He's 6'7", 6'8".
Yeah.
Stevens started Grant Williams the other night when Smart was out. How tall is he? 6'6"?
Right.
Robert Williams is about 6'10", but his minutes are limited on certain nights. He did grab 10 rebounds the other night against Miami. Well, great.
The big lineups are the ones that made the difference, though, especially on the defensive end. In the second and third quarter, when he went with Robert Williams and Daniel Tice instead of Grant Williams, Cantor clocked in 7 minutes. He's clearly, at least for that matchup, he went with Robert Williams and Tice because they were showing their length.
Yeah.
Okay, Tice isn't, 6'7" or so, but he doesn't come off that way because of his athleticism and because of what he's able to do.
I got you.
And same things could be said about Robert Williams. I prefer that than to see him go small ball. Well, obviously it depends on matchups, but for the most part, I think you put one of those guys in with a Shemi Ojale and Brad Wanamaker. To me, that's the 3 defensive anchors for that second unit.
I'll tell you what I never want to see on the court.
They're the ones grabbing minutes away from Enes Kanter, who's supposed to be this top rebounder for the team. And
Kanter,
he can't get consistent minutes.
Stevens is picking his spots with him.
But there was a time
I don't blame him.
There was a time against the Heat in the first quarter. I think to end the first quarter, Brad had this lineup out there that was brutal, man. It was Robert Williams, Kanter, Grant Williams, Jaylen Brown, and Brad Wanamaker. And I was this is disgusting. It was no one wanted to do anything, and it was just I was
they've never played with each other ever.
Oh my God, it was ridiculous. And I was but also it made me think
Stevens tried.
I think Stevens was trying to just play Kanter with Williams, and that just doesn't work. That just doesn't work.
They both look at each other so what are you supposed to do?
Am I getting the rebound or you?
Are you going to block the shot? Should I?
It's like the parent trap.
Explain.
They're the same person.
Gotcha.
They look at each other.
All right.
They're I love peanut butter and Oreos too.
But they're both black, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What's it?
Nah, Kanter's not black, man.
Yeah,
Come
thank
on.
you, bro.
Jesus.
So they're not the same person, are they?
You want to bring up the whatever. Not me.
Would either one of you feel better about the Celtics keeping Smart out for extended period of time? Because I don't know, man. I feel like it's like a new injury.
I'm okay with it.
No.
I'm okay with it.
He needs the rest.
He needs somebody.
He doesn't
to tell
want
him no.
to, but if he wasn't for the fact that he was actually ill, he would have played against Miami.
Oh yeah, he definitely would have played against Miami.
Right, but is it better for the Celtics to just kind of keep him on ice
It
at this
is.
point?
But he won't, though,
I
unless
think
he's legitimately sick.
Maybe just play him sporadically, like limited minutes going forward, and maybe next week. I think that's a good thing just for his health overall, because as we've seen, this team needs Marcus Smart. So if you need to load manage, some people are load managing like they're superstars. Hey, let's load manage Marcus Smart, man, because if anyone deserves a night off on this team, it's Marcus Smart.
If he's down for it, then great, but he's not going to be down
I know he's not going to be down for it. That's why when you got a chance like this, you better take it. You better get him 3 games off or something like that.
He probably had an IV in him. And that was the only way. He's like, I can't run with this thing. I got to actually sit down.
He's like, show me the rule book that says I can't bring the IV on the court. You mean I got a colostomy bag and I can't play? It's like, what?
I saw that going there. When you
That's why you looked at me like that. He was like, he's gonna talk about a poop bag, huh? Next. That's next.
Does Jaylen Brown continue to be a 20-point scorer, though?
No!
Yes.
Okay, so this is my biggest thing. Now, you guys,
look, man.
Talk me off the ledge.
My man.
Talk me off the ledge.
My man.
Because when Gordon Hayward comes back,
if you're gonna talk about moving somebody, if you're gonna talk about trading somebody, have problems.
I didn't say it. You did. Okay, I didn't say it. I'm just saying.
Talk you off the ledge from what? Go ahead.
My biggest fear is I don't care who it is, right? Whether it's Jaylen Brown or Gordon Hayward, either one of them, when they've been on the court, they've been playing really well this year. I still have been yet to be proven that both of them can do their thing consistently over the rest of the regular season and the playoffs together on the court at the same time. Not just on the court at the same time, and the flow of the game at the same time. Like, I really feel like Jaylen Brown's thrived with the extra minutes that are open, right? We can all agree on that.
But what extra minutes, though?
Gordon Hayward isn't playing right now.
But there isn't any extra minutes. They're both starters. They're playing starter minutes.
I feel like you think that,
that
Gordon Hayward means he doesn't get as many touches.
Yeah, this is not last season, bro.
Yeah, I think this year
this is different.
I mean, to your point or to your credit, like we haven't had enough of a sample size between the two. Gordon Hayward went down pretty. Like people forget, what was that? 6-7 games into the season he went down.
Yeah, he's been out for like
so it hasn't.
12.
Yeah, it wasn't a whole lot, to sample from and say if that's actually accurate. But either way, it translates into wins.
I like I said,
they lost one game throughout that span.
Them both being on the court, one of them being on the court, I love watching both of them play. I'm still struggling to see them coexist on a team that, like, over time. We've seen it in glimpses, but what happened last year?
If anything, though,
shots went to Hayward, and Hayward wasn't making them. Shots went away from Brown. Brown can't get into the flow of the game, then both of them are ineffective.
If anything, the only person that I feel like will be affected will be Smart. He won't be starting when Gordon comes back. Okay,
well then how big of a deal is that? Like I do think that there is a little bit of a part here about the whole thing that I was saying last year.
Well,
there's a couple extra miles that need to be fed, and
okay.
I mean, I'm okay with Marcus Smart taking less shots, but I don't feel like the amount of shots that Marcus Smart is taking are just all going to go to Hayward.
It's a different vibe this year. No one's playing for themselves. Like, Jaylen got his extension. He wants to win. So if he feels like, the last shot is going to go to Hayward versus him, I don't think he's going to get pissed off at that. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I don't think it's the last shot. I think it's the accumulation. Accumulation. Accumulation?
Yeah.
It's fucking cute. Okay, you want to get into that? The accumulation of shots over the course of time. Like, we're watching Jaylen Brown, and to as somebody said on Twitter, like, hey, in your face, Sean, like, whatever. Like, Jaylen Brown's balling. And he's balling. Like, okay. I'm not going to say it.
All
like,
right.
his growth is happening. We're seeing that happen.
Yeah,
and we've seen it happen since Hayward's went down on injury.
But let me tell you the big difference between Tatum and Brown this year, right?
Don't bring Tatum in.
I'll keep it. But I will tie it in. I will tie it in.
Find a way to.
I will tie it in. Okay. Jalen averaging 47% field goal percentage, right? Tatum is in the low 40s. He's about 41%.
Yeah.
All right?
It wasn't that great Wednesday night.
No.
But he got to the free throw line, which I like
Which
to
is
see.
good. That's
Always
great.
like to see that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So it's not about the touches. It's not about the shots or the number of shots. It's about the consistency of actually hitting the shots that he's taking.
Right.
So just like Gordon, Brown doesn't need that many shots to get to 20 points.
See, I don't believe that over the course of time, because I think what we've seen from Jaylen Brown over his career is he's not a very efficient scorer.
Well, he has been this year, though. That's what I'm talking about.
Since Hayward's been down.
No, but it's efficiency versus quantity.
Well,
right?
The only concern for me was what happened in Brooklyn. Like he only took 8 shots, and Brad Stevens wasn't fazed by it. Brad Stevens was like, look, it's not about the amount of shots, it's about the quality shots that he takes. But if you're looking at it from the outside, you're thinking you have to take advantage of those opportunities. Like you said, Gordon Hayward's out. You know, you have plenty of touches to go around between you,
but
Kemba
he's played
Walker,
great overall,
and Jason Tatum. You know, he has been great overall. But
since Hayward's been out.
My only concern about Jalen moving forward is when he's in those situations again, and when he just kind of shies away from the action. And having someone like Gordon Hayward, who obviously gets a lot of touches, could, add to that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But
Hayward's aggressive getting his shots up.
But the confidence from him is still there. It's just one of those situations where he just kind of backs off a little bit. And I hope that is not going to continue to happen, because I just feel like it's just the sky's the limit for this kid right now.
Yeah.
I think he's in the zone right now.
Yeah,
I think this contract extension is just, it's like, finally, okay, these guys are committed to me. Because a part of me always felt like Jalen was kind of like, are you guys going to just let me walk, or are you guys going to trade me? Like something like that was kind of in the back of his head. He did open up about the anxiety that he had last season, and
his mental fucking skills coach.
Yes, mental skills coach. Yes, that was part of it too. But he talked about how that was the toughest season he's ever endured at this level.
Smart talked about that too, brother.
And I think that had a lot to do with his performance. Well, obviously it did, because he said it did.
Punched a fucking wall and is a psycho. Jaylen Brown's just a moron.
Yeah, Marcus Smart almost ended his year.
Yeah,
his
career.
career.
Marcus
almost
Smart
ended his career
over an Instagram model.
Think
about that, bro.
Marcus Smart needs therapy. Okay, and I agree with that.
Okay,
Jaylen Brown's just a fucking pussy.
Oh, jeez. There's a drop for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
So,
finish.
Well, you don't believe?
Again,
fine.
No, I don't believe that. Again,
where
the contract is what makes all the difference, and I think the Celtics knew that. They're like, look, if we don't give this guy an extension, we don't know what's going to happen. And like you said, that was your word that you used. He may have started acting like that if he didn't get that extension. Now he got the extension. He has the commitment. He has the opportunities. He has a point guard, and Kemba Walker was like, bro, keep doing what you're doing. I think sky's the limit for him. I really do.
Yeah, and I hope so, but I am nervous because
the only reason I'm not nervous is because Hayward's not that kind of player. I don't think.
But
he's that kind of guy.
Hayward was like I just think people are overlooking. Like, no, they played fine together. No, like
you want there to be some friction.
I don't want there to be any friction.
You do.
No.
Then it gives you another opportunity to shit on Jalen.
Sean wants that smoke.
Yeah, it's an opportunity for you to shit on Jalen. Hey. But it's no coincidence. It's not a coincidence that Brown has been shitting the last two games.
Jalen podcast more entertaining. Okay.
That Jalen's gone off and Smart hasn't been in the picture, because Smart obviously didn't take a lot of shots in the game he got injured, and obviously he didn't play the following game. And
man.
Jalen went off in both games.
But to preface this, I said at the beginning, I don't care who it is. Like, you have two players. Like, obviously Marcus Smart is not going to produce like Gordon Hayward or Jaylen Brown's going to produce, right? But I mean, if Jaylen Brown's scoring 25 points a night, or if it's Gordon Hayward that's scoring 25 points a night, that's fine. You pair him with Tatum and Kemba, and you have a team that can compete. I'm just nervous about what's going to happen. Like,
but why?
Jalen is okay. Go Hayward. Let's hypothetically say Hayward comes back and he doesn't miss a beat. He comes back and he's scoring 22 points a night. What's going to happen to Jaylen Brown?
Nothing, because he's going to score 22 points a night, and I'm talking about Hayward on like 8 shots, because that's what he's been doing.
That's impossible.
Maybe like 14, but I get just no,
I'm saying 8 because he's going to the free throw line and he's taking 3
I
know.
But
he was averaging 56% from the field in the 8 games.
Yeah, I know.
And he was barely taking any shots. So then how is that taken away from Brown? That's my question.
Okay, I do. Okay, and you know what? Prove me wrong. But that's my biggest concern.
I'm not going to prove you wrong. Gordon's going to prove you wrong.
Good. Jalen better prove me wrong.
Joe's like, he's going to go 8 for 8 from behind the arc. You'll see.
8 to 8 behind the arc every game. Average.
24
Average 100%.
24 points. There you go.
24. No free throws, nothing else. Just 3-pointers. No, but yeah, that's my biggest concern. I'm happy that Gordon's coming back. I'm happy that, like within a week we're going to have the Celtics back at full strength again, which is great. And then we'll see what happens. We'll see what this team actually is made of. And by all accounts, I was right about this team being the best team in the Eastern Conference, in my opinion, so far. So.
Yeah, you were right about Jaylen Brown, though.
I think Milwaukee's only lost 3.
And they're not the best team in the Eastern Conference.
Milwaukee's not a better team. Milwaukee's not going to beat the Celtics in a 7-game series.
Well, that I agree with you, but we're talking about regular season right now.
I wasn't. I was never talking about it. I said the Celtics could be the third. I said the Celtics could be the third seed all year. But they're the best team in the Eastern Conference. They're going to come out of the East. They're going to come out of the East. They're going to be in the NBA Finals this year.
This episode of the Causeway Street Podcast is powered by ExpressVPN. You can stream every NBA game live for a fraction of the normal cost thanks to ExpressVPN. And here's how it works. The NBA offers League Pass, which lets you stream games online, but if you live in the US or Canada, it doesn't let you watch them all. Some games are blacked out. So what do? Fire up ExpressVPN and use it to change your location to a different country. Buy and use the NBA League Pass from there, and boom, no blackouts. And depending on your country, NBA League Pass could cost about $15 for the whole year. Doesn't that sound a lot better than $200? ExpressVPN works on your computer, phone, router, and consoles like Fire TV, so you can watch all the games from any device. Even when I'm not watching the NBA, I have ExpressVPN on 24/7 because it also encrypts all my data, keeping it safe from hackers. Enjoy all 1,230 NBA games throughout the season in HD with the world's most trusted VPN. ExpressVPN. Get 3 months free at vpn.com/street, after which you can sign up for NBA League Pass at a huge discount. You don't want to miss out on this deal. That's expressvpn.com/street. for 3 months free with a 1-year package. Visit expressvpn.com/street to learn more. Let's get back to this podcast.
All right, but see, you keep mixing things up. You're saying right now the Celtics are the best team in the Eastern Conference, but the record doesn't show that.
That's okay.
Okay.
They've had a West Coast trip that they didn't have one of their best players on. Like, there's a lot of things that are going on, and
it's like when Cleveland won the East and they were like the 5th seed or 4th seed.
Yeah, no one thought that the Celtics were going to lose against Philly and then win 10 in a row. You know what I mean? Like, in my opinion, the top 4 teams in the East right now are Milwaukee, Miami, the Celtics, not in any order, and the Raptors.
Oh, the Raptors.
Yes, man.
Oh.
Yes, man.
I was wrong about the Raptors. I was wrong about Siakam. I was wrong about the Raptors. The Raptors got it.
Can we talk about the MVP race? Because I think I said that LeBron still had one more MVP season in him, and is he a candidate, I think?
No. Luka Doncic is going to win the MVP. Like I said at the beginning of the year.
I said a candidate. I didn't say he was going to win.
You're going to bark off that tree right now with this dude? He
candidate.
called Luka Doncic.
I said Luka was going to be an MVP. And now you're trying to tell me LeBron?
No.
I can't just give you the Raptors. You're trying to double down on LeBron right now? How the hell do you think that was going to go?
Luka's out there looking like a modern day.
I didn't say he's an MVP. I said that he's an MVP candidate.
Why couldn't you just take the
Raptors
thing and just fucking walk with it? You had to double down on LeBron. Like,
no.
Luka's out here looking like a modern day Larry Bird, man.
Fucking yeah, he does. Why is he
Balling
gonna be Larry Bird? Because he's white?
No, man. That's not it at all.
I hate that shit.
Because he can pass, he can rebound. That's exactly what Larry used to do.
Yeah, but he's averaging
So I've been told. Huh?
He's averaging nearly a triple-double. Larry never averaged a triple-double.
No, he's a modern. He's
okay. Give me. He's a modern day what then?
He's just a Luka.
He's a modern day Magic Johnson.
No,
I would say Magic Johnson, Elgin Baylor.
No,
not Elgin Baylor. Oscar Robertson.
Dude, he's Larry, bro. He can shoot the 3. He can pass at a high level. He can rebound. How is he not Larry?
Because he's white. He's Larry.
No.
Okay.
That's like if I never called Dirk Larry. I hate when people say that about Dirk. I'm like, Dirk doesn't play like Larry at all. Like, Larry did a lot more things than just shoot.
Dirk.
Or score, I should say.
Young Dirk was more like Larry than Luka.
No, he wasn't.
Young Dirk
was passing the way Luka is right now. That's what I'm talking about Larry. Larry was a dope passer, but no one really talks about that.
I know, but I mean...
Luka as tall as he is, he's that team's point guard. So of course he's gonna.
Can we talk about Luka real quick? Because this start to the season is
Larry was like a point guard before they got DJ.
But Luka, this is his second year in the NBA, and he's legitimate. Every night, it's must-see fucking basketball.
Absolutely.
Man. Yo, this I average.
I didn't Springfield College so much, man. I went to that game, but unfortunately, I missed it. I was kind of bummed that they were.
What happened?
They're playing the Mavericks that night. I had to go to. I went to Springfield College, back to Springfield College that night.
Oh yeah, you did miss.
Yeah. See you next year, Luka. Yeah. Well, yeah, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
No, I'm just saying what Luka's doing out there.
Going to Dallas?
And
guy comes once a year. What
Luka's doing out there in Dallas right now is ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. And with that team. With Porzingis playing like a C- player right now.
Porzingis, bro.
Yo, he's 7'2", right?
Yeah. Or 7'1".
He's averaging 38% from the field. How is that fucking possible?
Because he's playing like you know what
get
though?
in the paint.
I have to give him this.
Put the ball in the hoop, bro.
He hasn't played basketball in like a year and a half. Like the Knicks fucked him up a little bit. You know what I mean?
So being out of basketball activities for over a year affects basketball players?
Yeah.
Shit.
But you know what? Luka's making like Dorian Finney-Smith look like an NBA player, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, they look like a playoff team for sure. But let's find out who the Celtics are going to play next week.
Yeah, let's find out.
Couple big games there, Sean. What you got for us, man? Let's get into our segment.
All right.
Into your segment.
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
Okay.
What we got?
Sing us out, bro.
What's going on?
What we got?
Huh? Oh, God. When we look ahead. All right. What the fuck is going on here tonight? Jesus Christ.
That beat, though. Thank you, Target, for bringing that beat back.
Yo, tell the story while I'm getting the games up.
The story of that beat?
What you told me.
I don't know, man. It's from 1977. I wasn't around. You know.
Donna Summer, is that what we're talking about? Is that
Donna Summer.
She's from Dorchester.
She's from the Dot Kid.
Oh, really, dog?
Yeah.
What fucking street kid? She know my mother, don't?
She's from Fields Corner, kid.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, don't you hate that? Where you from? You from Boston, bro? Yo, do you know my friend Todd? It's like, nah, man. I don't, bro.
Todd?
You ain't from Boston, yo. You ain't from Boston.
Like no last name or nothing. Well, my boy Mark. You know Mark?
No, you don't know fucking Todd. You ain't from fucking Boston, man.
You ain't from Boston, yeah, man. You're full of shit. You don't know Todd or Mark?
You say no, and they're like, you sure? Yeah, man. Pretty sure. You know him?
There's 1.5 million people that live in the greater Boston area.
Seriously.
So I'm going to say this probably.
If you don't know Mark, you ain't from Boston.
Yeah. Right.
What are you, one of those Watertown quiz?
You from Charlestown?
you fucking claim Boston, but you're not from Boston?
Oh, let me guess. You're from fucking Stoneham, huh? Well, not close enough, huh?
Fucking Medford.
What are you from?
Fucking Medford.
From fucking Rockland?
Yo, don't fuck with Rockland, bro. Rockland don't claim Boston. Rockland claims Rockland, baby.
Yeah, that's way down there. I was picking spots that were like closer to Boston.
What are you from, Quincy?
Yeah, Queens would be.
You think you're tough because you're from the South Shore?
No, I am. I'm from the fucking South Shore. Yeah, I think I'm tough.
Which you ain't tough.
Fuck out of here. Oh, you think you're from the fucking city, so you're fucking cool, man? What the fuck? That's what we're doing with it?
You and your fucking one way in, one way out fucking...
Yeah, Route 3, baby.
Whack-ass city?
Route fucking 3.
Your fake beach over there at Walston?
Yeah, don't fuck with Walston. Nantasket Beach. It's a fucking gem.
But it ain't Quincy, though. That's up in Hull.
Stowe.
You don't even fucking know Hull. All right, let's look ahead. All right, so Celtics going to be playing some basketball Friday night. The night to excite. The night to feel all right.
To get hype.
Everybody's going to grab a knife.
You guys should never rap again.
Drink some Bud Lights.
And maybe
start a fight.
Oh!
In 1982, that would have been fire. But
and I went to my mother's for pasta.
Nothing's funnier than like those early 80s.
You're no way. You a sucker MC.
Yeah.
And that's no lying. I come down the street and I don't even know.
And I'm just trying to buy in on this poker game that I saw on the street.
Man, look at this dude. He think he cool. Man, I look at him and he's a straight fool. Everyone's like, oh.
Because you's a sucker.
I rhyme with the best. Now you ain't the best, because I'm the best.
I ain't got no time for no sucker MCs.
The sucker fool out my face.
Get on your knees.
And take it in the face.
All right.
It's Causeway Street Volume 1 coming at you this Christmas. Pick it up. iTunes, Spotify, everything. All right, fuck. Am I looking ahead? I just checked my fantasy fucking team. That's how much we fucking went off. Fucking. Hey. Hey.
Well, we on Causeway and we just. Yo, get our Kangol hats right now.
Yo, where's Biz Marquis?
That's the first thing I thought of.
Where's Biz Marquis? We need him. All right, no rapping. Celtics play the Nuggets.
Oh, baby, you.
Oh, it's time to avenge that loss that happened in Denver.
Now, hold on.
Kemba's going off.
This is a big game. This is a big game for the Celtics. In my opinion, this is bigger than the Kings game because they had to avenge that Kings loss, which they just barely did at home. Now you have to avenge the Nuggets loss.
Apparently, that shot shouldn't have counted. The Marcus Smart floater.
Well, doesn't matter.
According to the NBA.
It did.
So I think the question is, do the Celtics limit the Nuggets from scoring 120 or
They do.
115 or so? Because that's what they do. You know what? And I actually look at this matchup between Murray and Jaylen Brown. I think I'm going to get what I wanted to see a couple weeks ago. Like, those two kind of went at it those last couple of minutes of the game, but I want a full-on battle. I want to see, like, Jaylen
Murray versus Jaylen Brown?
Yes.
Why'd you do that, Swear?
I want another 30-point game from Jaylen. I want them going back and forth, fourth quarter.
Here it comes.
ISO.
It's like
Jaylen,
Pierce versus
Garden,
LeBron.
Jamal. Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Same draft class.
I thought you were going to go the other way. I thought you were going to, take another shot at JB.
Well, I mean, Jamal Murray's a better player, and the Celtics should have drafted him. But, I mean, it is what it is. They drafted Jaylen Brown, and, you can get the third best player in the draft.
See what you did?
Pick number 3. That's fine.
You said the same thing about Buddy Hield. You still believe that?
I still believe Buddy Hield's a better player.
Speaking of which, did you write that piece just to get Duja here going?
No, I didn't.
Beautifully written as it was.
Fired up.
It's beautifully written as it was on Causeway Street.
Nah, Sway deep down was a Buddy Hield guy, though, that year. You were a Buddy Hield guy, too, that year.
No.
You were!
I said between the two.
You know how many people I got into it because of that damn article? But go ahead.
Is that right? No, at the time, I said between the two, I said Jaylen Brown was the better fit, but Buddy Hield's 3-point shot could be what gets the Celtics to draft him. But you remember the mock draft? I said, no, Celtics, this is the guy they should pick.
You did pick Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown.
I laughed in your face.
Yeah.
And I laughed in your face.
And you got so mad. You were like, if the Celtics draft Jaylen Brown, I'm going to be so mad.
And I've been pissed since they drafted him. So you got to give me at least some credit for consistency.
Bro, you wanted them to draft
That's true.
Dragon Bender, bro.
No, he was on his high horse when he said that, though. I don't think that was
Dragon Bender was like an early mock draft.
You did say Chris Dunn, though.
He's in the G League now.
I did like Chris Dunn.
You did like Chris Dunn, Providence.
Yes, we did see Dragon Bender at the
which would have been a colossal mistake.
But hey, Chris Dunn, not that he's been playing lights out, I think has shown flashes in the league. I think him getting drafted by Minnesota.
So was Jaylen Brown, though. So what are you making a case for this dude?
What are you talking
Who was the number one guy I wanted in that year, though? Number one guy I wanted.
Jamal Murray.
Yeah. He's played pretty freaking well against the Celtics in his career.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's one team that he's come to play against, it's been the Celtics.
It dates back to last year, too.
Like, it's very strange because you watch the Nuggets against other teams, and Jokic is like the guy on every time I watch the Nuggets. Jokic is the guy. But against the Celtics, it's Murray.
Yeah,
Murray's always the guy.
Murray had a career high last season, 48 points.
Yeah, and Jokic is sort of like, okay, like maybe I'll flirt with a double-double, but he's not like doing everything crazy.
Yeah, he's also not keeping himself in shape.
He also got in a fight with Marcus Morris.
Did he really?
Yeah, he got a little scuffle with Marcus Morris.
Who hasn't gone to fight with Marcus Morris? That's probably a shirtless.
Yo,
Sway hasn't.
Morris gives zero fuck. Not yet.
Sway loves
Morris gives zero fucks this year. He's just out there trying to get that paper. That's what this year is all about. All right, that's what it's all about.
All right.
Signed that 1 year deal to get 15
Is that
mil,
on the record?
and he's gonna make he's gonna make a case for himself to get a bigger payday. What do you mean? What's on the record?
I said, is that on the record? Is that a direct quote from Marcus Morris? That's what it's all about. It's all about the paper.
Oh, probably. If I asked him that.
No, I'll say this though about Buddy Hield and Jamal Murray. Clearly, they get motivated every time they play the Celtics because they probably felt
they know they got passed up.
they got passed up. Exactly.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's a clear thing, but I think
I just love when people, when they saw the article, they just automatically assumed because the way it was questioned, the way it was phrased,
good job
that I was siding with Buddy Hield. No, it's part of the. It's like, read the article.
Yeah.
Like, if you read it, you know which side I'm on.
Like not even the backlash, but the back and forth with people on that was just like, no, why? Because you just had one game. No,
that's how you get clicks, bro. That's how you get clicks. All right, you put that title up there.
We ain't about that life here on Causeway Street.
No, but the fact that people were choosing sides, and it's like, wait a second. It's like, have you not been watching Jaylen Brown for the last 3 years, 4 years?
Or have you been?
And realistically, how many Kings games do you really, you know what I'm saying, that you watched?
See, that's the thing, though.
Most
NBA fans, they're always going to drool over the shooters. That's what
exactly. Yeah. You're right. And what kills me is number one option and shooting like in the low 40s, percentage-wise, right?
Yeah.
And
not from beyond the arc, though.
Yeah, from beyond the arc, and he's at about the same. It's like 40%.
Oh, it's in the 40s. In the 40s. Never mind. I thought you said outside the 40s.
No, I said low 40s.
Oh, okay, got you.
Buddy.
Healed.
Right, number one option. And
good now, bro. He's one of the top shooters, actually.
Yeah, and Jaylen Brown.
I hear you, but
Jaylen Brown's about 40. But I'm not
with
done.
volume, though.
No, but listen, though, that's what I'm about to say. That was my next point. He only takes 2 more shots than Jaylen Brown, and Jaylen Brown's shooting 48%.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Averaging about the same.
It's about efficiency.
Points. Yeah.
But I'm talking about
because averages are averages.
Buddy Hield.
Because they're averages.
Averages are averages. Because
someone said that to me one time.
But also, if you look at volume from behind the arc, Buddy Hield's shooting over 40% behind the arc. Maybe Jaylen Brown is too, but Buddy Hield probably takes like bad more shots than Jaylen Brown behind the arc.
I just told you he only takes 2 more shots
per game,
bro. Per game, yes. Look it up. I guarantee you.
Just attempts. Yeah, 2 more attempts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't believe it. I'm gonna need to see it on paper.
All right, who's next?
Puts his phone away.
Oh, fuck.
He's like, oh, shit.
I fucking forgot that I was still doing this, bro.
Yeah, man.
You only mentioned one game, bro.
He's like, that's it, man. They're playing the Nuggets. See you guys next week.
We're going to be podcasting again next week.
Sean, no one gives a fuck about your fantasy, all right?
Oh, but let's talk about how you drafted Oladipo and he still isn't fucking playing, no?
I mentioned that once.
Twice.
Okay? And you know what? I said that he'll be back before the year ends.
You pick up Carmelo?
And it looks like that's about to happen. Right? No, I didn't pick up Carmelo.
Oh, you should have, you idiot. You didn't pick up Carmelo?
No. I didn't
What's
pick
wrong
up
with you?
How's Vucevic doing?
Huh?
Vucevic.
Shut up. He's out for a while.
All right, Celtics going up against the Cavaliers.
I did pick up Lonzo Ball, though. Come on, Lonzo. Get it together.
Jesus.
All right, Celtics, Cavaliers. Cavaliers come to Boston.
Took a flyer on them.
The reigning 2018 Eastern Conference champions come to Boston. Big game on Monday night.
Guys. Tristan Thompson, Kevin Love.
Hey, Kevin Love's on my team.
The only two players in the league averaging a double-double on any team.
Also, Dellavedova
Damn straight.
is back.
Oh, he was out?
Well, he got traded to like the Bucks or some shit. He's back in Cleveland.
Yeah, he's back in Cleveland.
He's been back for a while, bro.
This year.
Mm-mm. He got traded for Hill last season.
Dellavedova is back.
Back in Boston? Nice.
Nah, but hey, Cavaliers got a little bit of squad there. Just kidding. No, they
not
fucking
really.
don't.
Yeah.
Hey, okay.
That's a win.
Just real quick. Do you think Kevin Love's gonna get traded, or do you think that he's just gonna stay in Cleveland and suck for the like? He went from like Minnesota to now like Cleveland, and it's the same situation.
It's the same situation because he only had a couple years.
It is the same situation, but like, is he gonna get traded? Is he gonna try to find a contender, or what is he gonna do?
He's got 3 years. How many years left? 3 years? 2 years?
3. I think.
I think he's going to stay put
this
for a
and
little
2
while.
more.
That's hard to move that contract.
Yeah. Next year.
Is it that hard, though?
Next year, though. It could happen next year.
I mean, what about the Rockets? The
it's
Rockets?
Yeah,
like,
I was just going to say, if you're the
Miami Heat.
If you look back and you think about what the Rockets did and moving Chris Paul, you can pretty much move anybody.
You can move anybody. If you can move Chris Paul, you can move anybody.
Exactly.
I'll say no for the Heat because the Heat, they're trying to free up space for potentially trying to sign Antetokounmpo. I don't know if you guys saw that.
By the way, we're getting off topic, but the Heat.
When do we ever do that?
The Heat are a good team. Do you guys believe in that now or no?
No, I'm not a believer still. It's just a great start. I'm not saying it's not a great start.
No, I think they're a good team. I had a nice conversation with Jimmy Butler, so I'm sold now.
Oh yeah, tell us about that.
No, I'm sold now.
No, is Jimmy Butler a nice guy?
He is. He's a good dude.
Was I right about Jimmy Butler the entire time?
But I don't think that was the focal point of the argument, though. I think we all knew Jimmy Butler.
No, you hated him because he was an asshole.
No,
We knew Jimmy Butler was gonna ball out, but we were.
No, you agreed to me that
we questioned the rest of the team
that he was an asshole, but you were like, you don't care. That's your whole thing. You like guys like that, like DeMarcus Cousins, like smart to a certain extent.
Nah, he's a good dude.
Yeah.
At least for now. We'll see.
I don't think anybody's disputing him being, a piece of shit.
Some people are not too crazy about his
A lot of people do because they're like, oh, you're a little player. These fucking millennials out here,
I mean, he finally found a team.
Gen Z motherfuckers.
He finally found a team that, like, he's the leader of, and everyone is like, they're just falling in. They're like, all right, yeah, we're going to listen to this dude. Okay, cool. When he was in Minnesota, they were like, no, we're not going to listen to you. Whatever. Talk shit all you want.
Listen, we're the coach here. Okay, Jimmy? Anyways, Celtics then come. And this is like a Eastern Conference little rodeo here after the Nuggets game. You got the Cavaliers in Boston. You got the Celtics at Indiana. Indiana's been a little bit of a jumpstart team.
That was a good game.
And then closing out the first, run of the year of games, Celtics played the 76ers on Thursday the 12th at Boston.
Al Horford back in Boston.
And then, hold on, listen to this.
Did you get tribute video?
After this game, we'll get to that in a second. After this game, the Celtics have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday off.
Yeah, that's that 5 days that all teams get at some point throughout their.
There's no basketball during that time?
No, I'm talking.
No, like every team. It's
every
like the
team
NFL. Everyone gets a bye.
It's like their bye. You just freaked out.
Seriously,
Yo, bro, what am I going to do? It's fucking December. I can't watch basketball.
You can still make some money those days. Don't worry.
That's only after the All-Star game, where everyone is off for like a week.
I apologize. I should have known that. You freaked me out a little bit.
Jesus.
They got their 5 little stretch. So, hey, Celtics, Sixers. We may not get on the mics before this game. Big game back in Boston. Little revenge game for the Celtics. Al Horford's return.
Yeah.
A lot of things to talk about. What do you guys feel about this game?
If you look at the 76ers the past few weeks, you have to look at their flaws. They come up
a
short.
Lot of them. There's a lot of flaws.
They come up short against a lot of big teams.
They
don't win on the road.
they don't win on the road.
Joel
they can't shoot.
Embiid went scoreless a week ago. You have to think that's sort of lingering in his head a bit.
Are you guys going to admit or no?
What?
No, not yet. No. They're still a really good team. They're still a good team.
Bro, they're 10-0 at home.
Oh, I'm sorry. They're fucking weekend warriors then? They're fucking front runners? Like, great. Beat 10-0 at home.
Celtics are also undefeated at home.
I know, but I'm just saying.
But they also are pretty good on the road, too.
Yeah. Again, it's the same conversation we talked about in the past. Like, who's going to close out these games? Tobias Harris, you know what I mean?
Wait, can you at least give me Tobias Harris?
I mean, Tobias Harris
has sucked this year.
You know what? It's almost good in the sense of the last 2 years, his track record has been he balls out for the first couple of months and then fizzles out. Yeah, so maybe he'll do the opposite this year.
Josh Richardson, I will say, Josh
Richardson's been good, and he's an underrated defender. I feel like people don't give him enough credit for that.
But Josh Richardson was also very good in Miami, and no one gave him credit.
You didn't give him credit when he got traded to Philly.
I said he's not a shooter, and he's still not a shooter.
But he's been shooting, and scoring.
He can score. But he's not a shoot like that. That team lacks shooting and scoring. So if Josh Richardson is your scorer, slasher, like go-to, you're fucked. That's why he was like.
But he's not. I'm just saying that.
I know, but he is.
He was better than advertised. He's been better than advertised.
Fine, but the Philly's been way worse than advertised.
Either way, I see a nail biter, and I'm picking the Celtics.
I got the Celtics in that game.
Yeah,
hands down.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be ugly.
This episode of the Causeway Street Podcast is powered by BetOnline.ag. Football and basketball seasons are in full swing. Get in the game with our exclusive sports betting partners, BetOnline.ag. Sign up today, and you get that 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit when you enter the promo code CLNS50. That's BetOnline.ag. Every spread, every total, every winner or loser, straight bet, parlay, or you can tease your way through the season. And because of BetOnline.ag, you can actually make some money on some prop bets, including who will make the college football playoff, who will win the NFL MVP. Get the fastest to market odds, updates, and payouts with our new sportsbook partners, betonline.ag. Head over to betonline.ag on your mobile device, or you can join online at betonline.ag. Use the promo code CLNS50 and you receive your 50% welcome bonus. That's betonline.ag. Don't forget the promo code CLNS50. You get that 50% welcome bonus. All right, let's get back to the Causeway Street Podcast. What's the record for the week, though? What do you got?
That Nuggets game is going to be tough. That Nuggets game is going to be really tough because the Celtics, I feel like the Celtics never beat the Nuggets in the past couple of years.
It always goes down, goes down to the wire.
I'm gonna say,
since the George Kyle days.
I'm gonna say fucking 4-0 though.
All right.
Because I do think Gordon's going to come back. I think Gordon's going to be back for that. I think Gordon's coming back.
Wait, 3-0
for
right?
the Philly game. No, 4-0. You got Nuggets on Friday. Were you fucking listening?
Nuggets, Cavs, and Philly.
You forgot about the Pacers, bro?
Oh, yeah.
This guy doesn't even listen to my segment. You know what I mean? I'm over here fucking waiting on his fucking every word.
Don't you hate that when,
crazy.
You're being asked to repeat things?
So crazy.
It's insane,
It's
bro.
ridiculous.
It's insane.
Who does that?
It's insane.
You know what I mean?
Who are the Celtics playing?
They're playing. I just fucking said it. Rewind the tape, bro.
I'll rewind the tape.
3-1.
See, I think the reason why I say 4-0 is because I think Hayward's going to come back for that Philly game.
No, I don't think so. Marcus will be there, though, for sure.
Oh, Hayward. I think they're going to have full squad versus Philly.
Joel, what do you think?
3-1.
Okay, that's pretty good. So,
You know who they lose to?
the Pacers.
Philly.
Good.
I think they lose to the Cavs. Just because it's like one of those games where the Cavs play their hearts out.
Joel just ripped off his shirt and he's got a Colin Sexton jersey underneath his fucking shirt over there. It's weird.
It's
And
weird.
Didn't even know they made those.
No, they've yet to lose to a team that's under 500, and that's going to happen at some point. So why not?
Yeah,
why not
I'm
have it now?
I'm not giving Cleveland that, though.
No, I ain't giving Cleveland that neither. It's in Boston. No way.
I think it's the...
They'll lose on the road to like Devontae Graham going off in like the Charlotte or some shit.
The Charlotte.
Later in the year. You know?
The Charlotte.
Or Miles Bridges or some shit.
Terry Rozier have like a 40-point game.
Yeah,
and
man.
It's like, yeah, I'm done for the rest of the year.
Rose.
By the way,
He's
not having a good year.
Yeah, he hasn't been great.
He's been up and down.
Your boy Devontae's been showing him off. Man.
Devontae Graham's been
Yeah.
balling.
Yeah, he's balling out.
You know what I love? Obviously you try to follow the NBA. It's hard to do sometimes.
Tell us what you love, Sean.
The NBA puts out those Facebook things with like, it just shows like the person and their stat line and the best player in the game or the winning team. And that shit keeps me up to date with like what's going on. And it also makes me see like bad teams have a lot of people that go for 30 points.
Yeah.
Like there's the people score 30 points every night.
Yeah, for real.
And we're sitting here like, oh, can Jalen average 20 points a night? Like, yeah. He's on a bad team. He definitely would.
He's like, man.
I'm thinking Denver or Indy. They're going to get that L. One of those.
Oh, 2-2?
No. Either one.
Oh, okay.
Either or.
You're not going to pick one? Good. All right, what we missed, Joel?
Wait, did you get that right? 3-1, you said?
He said
Oh,
3-1, but he's got 2 potential losses.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, just fucking pick one, right, Joel? Am I right? You know? See this guy sitting on the fence over here.
At least I was brave enough to say the fucking Cavs are going to beat him.
Exactly. Yeah, stupidly, but brave, you know?
All right, the Nuggets.
Thanks,
Fuck yeah,
for
both of
the-
you.
thanks
The
for
Nuggets.
Thanks
Nuggets,
for the-
all right.
Nuggets will win.
All right, thank you. Good
Thank
job. Okay.
Take it there, Charles Barkley, with a backhanded compliment. Appreciate that.
All right, so that was
The longest looking
this
ahead ever.
edition of
Looking ahead.
Oh.
Sean's looking ahead.
Joel's feeling it too. See,
Nicely done.
that's good, man.
Ugh.
Nicely done. At least the intros and the outros were pretty good.
All right, so now it's time for in case you know. Just kidding. No one is gonna understand any of this
No,
joke.
somebody will get it. Somebody always does.
Our last episode when we introed, in case you missed it, was pretty good.
I still haven't listened to last episode.
You have to say
yet.
that
That's
fast,
my
too. In case you missed it.
ICMI.
I was thinking about in case you missed
In case you missed it.
You can figure it out.
It's a few ways. And you're welcome, listeners. You're going to have that song stuck in your head for a week now. Damn you, Target. In case you missed it.
In case you missed it.
In case you missed it.
All right. In case you missed it, the Rockets have officially protested to the NBA their loss to the Spurs after Harden's dunk did not count, and they want to replay the end of the game. For those of you who don't know,
That's not how any of this works.
that's not how this shit works. No, that's not. Well, it's true. That's not how this shit works. But in that game, with 7:50 left, I believe, when Harden quote unquote missed the dunk and touched the rim. No, that's not what happened. If you see the replay, clearly dunks it, but the way he dunks it, the ball went through the hoop twice, and like the net went on top of the hoop, so it looked like he had touched the rim after the fact.
Right.
And that's
It
not what
really
happened.
didn't look that way, though.
No, I know, but when you see the replay, no, obviously you don't see that.
But they did replay it, right?
No, they didn't though. That's the thing. No one challenged
thought
it.
they
So
did.
no one challenged
I thought
it.
No one challenged
They
it.
didn't repeat it.
You have a
and
certain
then-
amount of time.
I don't think you can challenge.
No, you have a certain amount of
make,
time.
right? I don't think you can challenge like the ball
That-
going in the fucking hoop.
That's just it though. Like there's so many fucking
Weird things, right?
like loopholes when it comes to these coaches' challenges. It's like, all right,
Is it
what can we challenge and what are we not supposed to challenge?
Yeah, that would
you
probably.
have a certain amount of time to challenge, and
I
if you
mean-
don't, then it's done.
Who would think to put in the rule book like, hey, you can challenge if the ball went in the hoop? You know what I mean? Like they
Right.
probably didn't even think about it. They were like,
All right, so
you can't challenge a missed shot. Like that doesn't make any sense.
all right, so here's the I guess you want to call it the official like statement from the Houston Rockets. Okay, so
Oh, what is it in Mandarin?
it's not Mandarin. Why
Oh,
would,
they
it be,
didn't-
why would it be in Mandarin, bro?
Because they're trying to talk to Beijing.
Men fences.
No. The Houston Rockets officially are protesting Tuesday's 135-133 loss to the San Antonio Spurs, emphasizing that James Harden's dunk not being counted was a misapplication of the rules, resulting in an incorrect score and not a judgment call by the officials. Okay? They filed the deadline 48 hours after the game, right? All right, so at that point, when that dunk was taken away, the Rockets still had a 104-89 lead. 7:50 left in the game. Okay? Mike D'Antoni's attempt to challenge the call for whatever reason, I guess he took too long to challenge it.
But Mike, I don't want to step on your toes.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Ask Doc
The
Rivers.
game went to fucking double overtime.
Ask Doc Rivers about that because he'll
I'm just saying.
Brad Stevens.
or Brad.
Like
Stevens.
Brad
how
Stevens
many?
He's already said, I'm done with fucking challenges.
This is
Literally, that's a
my
direct quote.
thing though. How many times do you see like an offensive foul that should have been a charge and the guy scores? Right, that's 2 points. And if that game goes to double overtime, no one's whining and bitching and complaining. They're like,
Right.
oh no, this game's under
Yeah, but
protest.
see, I never believed in that though. Like, I'm not the type of person who believes that, like, oh, if you mess up a call with 4 minutes left, that those 2 points could have saved the game
Could've
because
saved the game, yeah.
there's
Exactly.
so many different variables. So
because they
many
need to try
different
to do the
Especially-
game plan changes for the other
Exactly.
team. Yeah,
Exactly.
Especially in this
scenarios.
case.
Right. If this is at the end of the game, end of
The
regulation,
last
the
shot,
last shot,
yeah,
that's different.
then I get it.
Right. It's like, oh man, that call back in the second quarter, man. We would have won this game. This
We
game would be
could have
tied.
fucking had it.
It's
If
like,
you
no,
just
it's
if
not-
you just would have
It ain't
made that
changed.
free throw in
Yeah.
the second quarter, we
Right.
would have won.
I doubt when the Rockets had a double-digit lead that they mentally just collapsed. We're like, oh man,
Yeah.
that dunk should have counted, man.
I can't get over that dunk.
We're emotionally not sound to keep this lead.
But then the NBA makes it worse by saying, yeah, we fucked up.
Well,
They
no, but
admit it.
Well, it was
No, but
obviously
according-
fucked up, man.
but
Then
according-
the bucket went through.
According to the Rockets,
Like they couldn't be like, no, man, we were
just
right.
Just don't talk about it. Just keep it
Be
moving.
like,
It's
no,
just-
why then? Oh, jeez, what are we? This is like Beijing, Hong Kong now, man. Jesus,
all right.
democracy. All right, keep it moving. All right.
keep it fucking moving. The ball didn't go in. You're like, yeah, the
Like
ball.
the refs always say to the coaches when they start complaining, "Game's over, coach. That's it. Like, just forget it."
Next one. You got next one.
According to the refs' explanation, coaches have 30 seconds to have a
Decide-
play review.
to decide if you want to lose a timeout or not.
Exactly. So, according to the ref, they exceeded that 30 seconds. The reason why they're protesting is because the basket interference call was not made contrary to what the referee told them post game.
Yeah, because I think they just thought it went out of bounds, right? That was the call on the court, I thought, which is out of bounds. But either way, I mean, the one thing that stood out to me in this whole thing.
No. The ball didn't go out. The ball went out of bounds because Harden tried to get the
Went out of
ball
bounds, yeah.
and it went out of bounds.
Went off him.
But it wasn't. The point is, no call was made.
Right.
And they're saying, Why are you saying that didn't count? That should have counted.
Hey, in another note, D'Antoni's teeth, bro. You guys see those chompers, bro?
Just chompers.
Bob Ryan thing again.
Yeah, no, he's got what Bob Ryan wishes he had, bro. Like I just watched him. I watched him. Like for some reason, he was yelling at the ref, and all I could fucking see is like, ding, 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 ding. It's like, damn, those are like, how much is he getting paid? Like a $2 million a year. That's a $2 million teeth right there, man.
Jesus.
They're like falling out of his mouth, but you know, he's hanging on.
All right, what else we miss?
All right, in case you missed it, congrats to new Trailblazers forward Carmelo Anthony for winning Western Conference Player of the Week.
I swear should have picked him up in his fantasy league.
And he should have, because now he has...
But he didn't.
I stand by my decision.
He has a fully guaranteed contract by the Blazers.
Hey, Cash is getting some money now.
Yeah, it was like you said from the beginning. This isn't a farewell tour, okay? He's here to stay.
Tell me you saw that fucking lie, Anthony.
What happened?
Oh, when she was taking video and FaceTime.
Will you say what's up to Cash?
Yeah, that's all I can think of. She's off the mouth.
Hey. She shouldn't have been there, bro. She should have been there.
She's no longer with us.
Yeah, she's no longer with us.
She's no longer with us, man.
Yeah, man.
But you know what?
Yo, Keisha's gone, bro.
Keisha's
now in power heaven, bro.
I think Keisha's now in like Witsec, and like Carmelo's really the big. You know what's funny though?
Oh, that's why they're in Portland.
You never
They're in Oregon because of that.
You never found out who the baby daddy was of Cash.
You did though. You saw him, but you just didn't know his name.
We didn't even know about. Well, we kind of knew about Cash, but first time we saw him
after that when he dropped him off.
When he asked Tommy like, "Yo, you ever?
That was like
you
a
gonna
famous,
see him again?
That was like a famous CSI dude, right? Yeah. No, not CSI. Grey's Anatomy.
There you
dude.
go, Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah.
He's like, "Are you gonna come see Cash again?"
He's like, "Nah, probably not. I'm fucking a multi-million-dollar drug dealer, so you don't want me. You don't want me around. Probably better this way."
It's probably better for all of us.
No, probably not.
You actually want me to be around? I don't get what you.
He's like, are we
to
supposed to hang out?
Thomas like, I just met this fucking kid 2 months ago, man. I'm good.
If I hang out with him, he's gonna sell drugs to me. So you want that?
Don't even get me started with Therese doing right now, right? This thing's gonna go off the rails. Trust me, you don't want this.
Therese killed a guy.
Oh, and
under my mentorship.
Yeah, under my mentorship. He's not even my kid.
He's not
even my kid.
All I try to do is play video games with a kid, and all of a sudden, he's out there killing people. I mean, I just, you know.
And then stealing my product after the fact.
And I'm going to go kill him now.
And he lied to me about it. On top of all of that.
Power, everybody. Power. That was our rendition of Power.
They say this is a big rich town.
Yo, but that's
gonna be the new version when he comes.
When Lala was just holding the phone, I was like, yo, that's Cash on the fucking phone.
Yo, you know what she says though? That the character that plays Cash and her actual son do look alike. And they were cool in real life.
Sounds about right.
There you go.
Melo's the father of both of them.
Oh, jeez.
The Grey's Anatomy dude doesn't even know that Carmelo has his kid.
Yo, I'm rooting for Melo. Come on,
I'm rooting for Melo too. We
go.
had a whole fucking podcast about Melo.
You were not rooting for Melo. You were like, no, he's done. He's not gonna, play ever again.
No, that was when we talked about him coming to the Celtics. Yeah. That's when Sean reacted that way.
No. When we had you, I forget why you weren't on that episode, but we talked about when he was on First Take. Early, like the end of the summer,
where he was pleading his case.
Yes, when he was talking to Stephen A. about how Houston did him dirty, and they did. And Sean was like, "Nah, man, he's done. He ain't coming back. I don't know why we're talking about him." And I'm like, "Oh, because it was a slow news week that particular week." But I was like, he still has shit. He still has a lot to offer to any squad, and look what he's doing for the Blazers. So good for him. And by the way, the Eastern Conference Player of the Week was Giannis Antetokounmpo.
All right, well deserved.
Oh, okay. In case you missed it, guys, I don't know if we spoke about this. I think Sean might have brought up a few episodes ago. Kevin Garnett about to make his movie debut.
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't bring this up, did I?
About the Adam Sandler movie.
Some cuts.
Oh yeah, I brought it up. Yeah.
Uncut Gems.
Yeah.
All right. So they had
close enough.
They had their movie premiere in New York, and by the way, they're coming to Boston Sunday. I believe at the new theater at the TD Garden.
Oh, we in there?
Yeah. Yo, let's go. We have to pay Pat's game. Yo,
get them passes, bro. We're up in there, yo.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'll look into it.
What time's
Adam Sandler, Kevin Garnett. I'm in.
What time's it showing? 10:30 a.m.
No, it's like at 4.
Oh, the Pat's game's at 4.
Right during the Pat's game. Sorry, bro.
Come on, man.
He's like, work with me here, bro.
He said, "Oh, the Pats game's up."
Come to the after party. After you come right on by. If you're not drunk enough, I know. I just said that. If you're not drunk enough, come through.
But the Pats are playing it for.
No, I'm saying afterwards.
Sean's like, "But I'll be drinking by 10 a.m. I don't know how it's gonna work.
I'll be tailgating when it's like below 0 out.
What am I supposed to do?
Well, anyways, the premiere that happened in New York, Kevin Garnett, was interviewed and asked about Kyrie Irving. And was he surprised that he ended up going to the Brooklyn Nets? And Mr. Big Ticket said,
Youngin ain't about that life.
No.
Yeah.
Firm, no. Not surprised.
Surprised he didn't say that.
Boston is a tough dog. There's a tough town dog. Sorry, it's comma. I didn't see the comma. My bad. Boston is a tough. It's a tough dog. I gotta talk like him. Hold on.
Boston is tough dog town.
Boston is a tough town dog. Garnett told reporters in New York, "You got to want that. The people that want it for you. That's why Paul Pierce is perfect for it. Paul wants a shot every time. Like, yo, you're 0 for 14, and he's like, I know, but they want it." End quote.
Hell yeah, we want it. Yo, see,
let me get to that part over here. Hold on.
Even Kevin Garnett knows that the whole problem with the Celtics last year was Kyrie Irving. By the way, is this a good segue to talk about just thoughts about Kyrie Irving's return? Because
no, because he didn't do it. So,
well, the lack of the signs were good.
Can't find another.
But I also think that there was, the coward signs, like, great. But there's a fucking market, man, for those shirts that we want to make. There's a fucking market.
Yeah.
You got to wait till next year, I guess.
They come back again.
You didn't get on it, bro. That's not going to happen. Well, anyways, basically, KG said that Kyrie didn't have the cojones.
What happened with that quote? Yeah, I was going to say, get to the
I had it. No, I thought I had it.
No, that's true. That's what he said. I read that.
No,
yeah, but it's like the actual, like.
Yeah, no, that's what I was waiting for. You know what?
Didn't have the cojones to play in Boston.
KG is speaking the truth, obviously. We all agree with that, clearly. I just think when you look at someone
not man enough.
When you look at someone like Kevin Garnett, it's just polar opposite of Kyrie Irving. So it's like, of course he feels this way.
Well, it's the same reason even if he wasn't going to play, why not come to Boston? Just to get it out of the way. Get it out of the way. Show your face. Right. Like,
is he never going to play in Boston ever?
Like unless they play in the playoffs.
Kevin would embrace that.
Yeah. Right. Kevin would embrace it.
Boomy.
Kobe would embrace it. As much as, Sean here doesn't like LeBron, but he embraces shit like that.
Right.
Kyrie's, you know what I'm going to say.
Well, say what you're going to say, bro. I mean, we haven't been on since he had his little, he wrote his little novel on Instagram.
The fact that he ducked and then
you
wrote what he wrote.
You mean when he cried on Instagram?
Yeah.
When he wrote what he wrote, I was like, there it is, man. That's what I was fucking waiting for. Because I was like, see, all this stuff about.
But do it in person, though.
My grandfather. That's why they Like, I was like.
He's so vulnerable. It's like, just say it. Hey, you guys hurt my feelings tonight. Just say that.
Yeah, so fuck you. Maybe you fucking ruined a lot of our lives by fucking playing like an asshole.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, no.
Whoa. People that listen to this podcast.
He ruined your life, bro.
No, I didn't say my life. I'm saying there are diehard motherfucking Celtics fans.
They didn't really. They got their lives ruined,
bro. There are people. Okay, there are people.
Because then you're catering to what he's saying, which is that people put basketball as well, like the top tier of most important things in their lives.
Have you met some people in like the Boston area?
Yeah, okay, but is that on him? If that's the case, then you have a problem.
Yeah, seriously.
I understand that.
You know what I'm saying?
Get a fucking life.
Okay. Hey, if you listen to this podcast, we enjoy. We appreciate you doing that. But you got to reassess some shit.
Yeah, if Kyrie Irving,
don't reassess shit because of Kyrie Irving.
If Kyrie Irving,
fuck Kyrie Irving.
If Kyrie Irving ruined your life, then your life sucks. Like,
yeah.
But just like think about it. Think about the emotions. Like
that's sad. That's a tragedy.
But Kyrie Irving thinks this is my thing from a rational fan's perspective, right?
You just called Jaylen Brown a pussy.
Hold on.
And now you're gonna try to justify your feelings about how Kyrie Irving ruined your life?
No, he didn't ruin my life. He ruined some people's lives, I'm sure, that are crazy fucking fanatics. But I'm just saying, from our perspective, like from a rational perspective, Kyrie Irving got signed. It was supposed to be the best thing ever.
Got traded here. He didn't get signed here.
Got traded here. And it was supposed to be the best thing ever. And then it was for a little bit, and then he got injured, and then we were like, oh, it's going to be okay because he's coming back next year, and we're going to have everything. And then, like, all of a sudden, he just fucking checks the fuck out. Like, that is the biggest slap in the face. You know what I mean? Like, to a fan base that just wanted to win and was stoked when you got here, you just go, I don't want to be here, so fuck this. I'm not going to play. I'm not going to do this. I'm going to be an asshole. Then that's a slap in the face. So, you know what?
But it worked
as
out
much
for
as he
though.
wants to say that, NBA players, no one thinks about what it means to us. Like, that whole thing, bro, you're an NBA player. You're an NBA superstar.
Right.
So out of any sport, you have the most power of anybody in any sport.
But not only that, but let me ask you guys this. What's the worst thing that happened last Wednesday night, the night before Thanksgiving, in regards to Kyrie Irving? He got called, you suck. He got called a coward.
He got booed.
Like, bro.
I love the where's Kyrie, where's Waldo guy. That was pretty cool.
I think the three of us have heard worse things about us.
Yeah.
About what we do.
Yeah.
We've heard worse.
Sometimes weekly on this podcast.
We've heard worse.
I call Joel a fucking pussy every day.
And I would love...
No, you don't.
I would love it if we all were insulted while making $40 million a year. Like, you know what I mean?
But by making $40 million a year.
Hear me out, though. Yes, it's not all about the money, but at the same time, it's like, you signed up for this, bro.
Yeah.
You signed up for this limelight. You signed up for this life. You don't like it? Retire.
Yeah.
Take your money and go home. You're not going to do that,
we'll
right?
Make Uncle Drew 2, 3, and 4 and just fucking see you later.
Right, hold on. Right.
Don't put a gun to his head this time.
Correct me if I'm wrong, guys.
Brooklyn.
Correct me if I'm wrong. It's about the art of basketball, right? That's not what life's about.
Yeah.
Oh, if that's the case, if you're so hurt, if you're so offended, if you don't like this culture, if you don't like this life, quit.
Yep.
Retire.
Be out.
Do the ultimate mic drop and say, you know what? I'm not about this life, and I'm out.
Instead, you know what? He could do that right now.
It's his
He's
craft,
got a guaranteed
guys.
contract.
It's his craft.
It's about the art of basketball.
It's his craft.
We don't like the art of basketball.
The artist.
If he wants a fucking craft, just make a fucking pottery fucking shit, dude. Get into pottery. You know what I mean?
The man thinks because he did one semester at fucking Duke, he's like fucking Aristotle or some shit.
Listen,
when it comes to, his philosophies and shit.
You know what? My problem is,
outta here, bro.
Why hasn't he contradicted himself that literally
he does, though.
Everybody who goes to Duke has family members who's killed Native Americans, bro. Like, everybody, Duke's a white fucking school, preppy fucking school, all that shit. And then he went there.
Don't say that about Grant Hill, okay?
He went there.
Tom, bro.
Out of all schools, you're gonna go to fucking Duke.
So to Tatum, bro.
Go to fucking go to I don't know. Go to
Michigan.
What? I'm just saying. If you're so big on your Native American heritage, maybe you shouldn't go to a deep South school that is predominantly white, preppy, rich, and fucking probably.
Hillman?
A Bill Cosby reference? You just went to Hillman? But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
Go to Howard.
He's a walking...
I know, I'm not saying Howard.
No. I'm just fucking with you.
Like, go to University of Miami. I don't give a fuck.
Morehouse.
Don't go to fucking Duke. You know what I mean? And then act like you're all fucking high and mighty.
I just think it's so funny that he started the post talking about how ignorant people can be in sports. I'm like, yo, this entire post is ignorant.
Yo, he's a walking contradiction, bro.
Like, yo, for you to say that most fans can't differentiate sports and life and realize what's most important in life just is so ignorant to the fact that you think that you're just so much smarter than
why are you making money? Why are you making $40 million a year?
Right.
Because people care this much.
There's that too, yeah.
You know what I mean? You wouldn't make any money if people didn't fucking care.
Yeah.
Now that you're making the money and people care too much, now it's a problem.
Right.
Right?
You're right.
Idiot.
Idiot.
Fucking,
when he was
I want
asked
to punch
last
him
year,
in the fucking face.
he was asked last year, so why do you think the Celtics are going to make it to the finals? Because I'm here.
Yeah.
Oh, but if you're, if we're not supposed to talk about you, when you're not supposed to be the focal point of the attention, then, then we're ignorant, right? Come on, man. Like, it's fucking, him and Kevin Durant, they're made for each other.
Are they?
They really are. No. In terms of like the personalities.
That could be a fight.
I can already see
happen.
Durant getting sick of Kyrie.
That could be a clash waiting to happen.
No, but Kevin Durant, there's some of the stuff that he's done as well. The whole like making up a separate Twitter account to see what people are saying about him and then bitching about it. And it's like, why do you guys care so much? Well, what people say, just go and do your thing and that's it. You laugh all the way to the bank or cry all the way to the bank, whatever.
They might be the softest two I can think of in the league right now. Right? In terms of being butthurt.
And that's sad.
In terms of being butthurt and expressing their, feelings towards criticism.
And that's sad because they're like two of the most talented players right now in the league.
Right. And it's unfortunate because you look at what other players have gone through, like people have gotten so much worse than Kyrie Irving.
Seriously, dude.
Like, okay, a crowd full of Celtics fans said you suck. A crowd full of Celtics fans asked about your whereabouts. Like, that was the worst of that night.
What did you think was going to happen?
Where is Kyrie? That hurt your feelings,
bro?
That hurt you? Where is Kyrie?
He's like, guys, I told you where I was going to be. I'm not going to be at the Garden.
Right. Like
what's the need for the question?
And it took you less than an hour to make that. It's like, come on, man.
Talk about ignorance, though. Talk about ignorance. Oh, you didn't think they were going to be upset, the crowd, after what you said last year? After the multiple things you said last year?
Do you not know Boston?
Do you
after those 2 years you've spent?
Do you not have common sense? Like, all is forgiven? Like, I get it. It worked out for the best. I get that at the end of the day. But for him to call ignorance is ignorant.
It really is.
At the end of the day.
It's a slap in the face, honestly.
It really is.
To NBA fans and everyone alike.
Ridiculous. All right.
What else we missed?
And last but not least, Danny Ainge was on, his weekly appearance on the Sports Hub and was asked about Gordon Hayward, who actually earlier in the week, Gordon Hayward gave an update on his hand injury. Said that he's been practicing with coaches and doing simulation drills. He hasn't started practicing with the team yet, but says he feels good. He says obviously his hand is still sore, and even he says when he comes back, he expects the hand not to be 100%. But the good thing is it's not his shooting hand, and he's able to keep his conditioning. This is what Gordon Hayward said earlier in the week. So back to Danny Ainge in his weekly appearance, said that he's confident that Gordon Hayward will practice for the first time officially since his surgery this weekend. So, if all works out, could the Celtics see Gordon Hayward back in the lineup as early as Monday against those mighty Cleveland Cavaliers?
I'm gonna say maybe the Philly game.
I got Philly.
Yeah. Sean already said Philly. Obviously, both of them, when they got asked that question, any return date, they were obviously not going to answer that.
Yeah,
I think you want to play it safe a little bit with Hayward, and if you play him in the Philly game, then you got how many days to rest,
Well, this weekend will mark 4 weeks since his surgery. So if the timeline still upholds the original 6 weeks, you could be back by Christmas Day against Toronto up north.
Up in Canada.
Yeah. You going to that, Sway?
I'm not. No, I'm not.
Nice.
No stamps on my passport. So we're kicking it.
Oh,
Jesus.
Let's do it.
I haven't seen Sway on Christmas Day in like 3 years.
Yeah. I mean, once.
What are you guys, family?
That's true.
We can't open presents until fucking Sway comes back.
Really? No shit.
I wouldn't mind.
Like, what the fuck?
Bro, yeah, I wouldn't mind him going on these trips, but I can't open my presents until Sway's
first of all, they've been home the last 3 years, and the latest they've played is, what was it, 5 o'clock, I think it was, the Wizards game last year. So
you didn't come home until 26, bro.
No, I got there right before. I got there by halftime of the last game of the NBA showcase.
The last game of the NBA showcase is at like 11:30 at night.
It's love to exaggerate.
So, we got to partake with the family a little bit, and then we got to open
Pacific time.
I mean,
Pacific time.
I think if Kawhi Leonard stayed,
Mountain time,
I probably would be going. But hey, I'm happy. I enjoy Christmas.
Hey, am I invited to Christmas, guys?
I don't know. We'll see, man.
Yeah, man, come through, bro.
All right,
come on through.
We might come to you, actually.
Yeah, but
do both.
You can come over here.
You can have
some
of that meatloaf, bro.
Come over here in the day. Oh,
bro,
that meatloaf, bro.
Mama Pavone.
That Mama Pavone meatloaf. That's the best meatloaf I've ever had in my entire life, man.
My mom's been making. Sean was crushing it last year.
And the eggs in the middle.
Hard-boiled egg in the middle.
What?
Shout out to Mama Pavone for that.
Game changer.
Shout out.
Grew up on that.
Nah, anybody got no plans for Christmas? Come over. I got we're gonna have pernil.
Pernil. There you go.
Yeah, we're gonna have.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Oh, we're here.
Yo, Mama Pavone is making tamales this year. Ooh. Homemade tamales. Come on through.
This year. She does it every year, but okay.
Not every year.
Yeah, man.
It's been a few years. I called her out on it, so now she's like,
fine, I'll show you. Again. Jesus Christ, no one was eating them for a couple of years.
People complaining.
No more tamales, and they make tamales. Now you want tamales now.
It's gonna come by so quick too.
It is.
Christmas.
It is.
I
mean,
yo, for real, it's mad quick. I mean, this is the thing.
Thanksgiving is like 3 weeks in between.
Yeah.
It's like 3 weeks in between Thanksgiving and Christmas.
By the way, guys, we're 3 episodes away from the 200
Oh.
episode of the Causeway Street Podcast. Yeah. We should commemorate that somehow.
Is that going to be our first episode of 2020?
I think so.
200 2020. Whoa.
Sway, put the chair down. Sway, put the chair down.
Flip this table. I'm so excited.
God, flipping furniture.
That episode,
I've got
some furniture moving.
That episode, we're gonna have everybody on that episode.
Antoine.
I'm gonna get Antoine again.
Get Twan on there.
No, we get somebody.
Kenny Anderson.
Let's not get off the secrets. We're gonna get something good. We're gonna do something good.
All right, cool.
I'll talk to.
All right, so we got things. I'm saying we got big things to look forward to, right? So that's gonna do it for this edition of In Case You Missed It. But real quick, because I think we've only done this once since you actually started your other podcast, and I caught up on the last few episodes. You guys got to check out the Cedric Maxwell podcast, which is co-hosted by Joe Sway.
Appreciate you.
And that shit is hilarious. It's not a Celtics podcast. Don't get it twisted because they do talk Celtics here and there, but it's fucking Max telling stories. And it's pretty much Sway setting up the bowling pins and Cedric just knocking them down.
And it's like the easiest person to set it up for, like easily.
He's like, "Well, what do you do? Another strike."
It's like literally, I'm just throwing meatballs down the middle, and he's just crushing them out the
bro.
It's like Mark McGuire on steroids in fucking '98, bro. In batting practice
with a 30-mile-per-hour fastball coming at him.
McGuire or Sosa? Which one? Both?
No, McGuire. McGuire was always better than Sosa.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying who's on the juice more?
Oh, McGuire. McGuire, man, that's why he was better.
McGuire's better.
What the fuck are you thinking?
The good old days when Sammy Sosa was black.
Hey, you know, Sammy.
When he didn't look like a bottle of Pepto-Bismol.
You know what's funny? Sammy Sosa tried to get into the country club up the street from Paula's parents' house,
and they didn't believe it was him.
And they didn't let him in.
Good.
And then, but then he came back white. And they almost let him in, apparently.
Because they didn't know it was him?
They didn't know it was him.
Yeah, they didn't know it was him. They're like, oh.
And he tried to get in another name because there it's all about names. Like it doesn't matter if you're a baseball player.
I thought he pulled up looking the way he does now.
He was big and he was like,
no.
I want to get into this country club. They're like, no, you're not part of like.
He's like, no. My name no Sammy. My name is Manny Sosa. Manny Sosa.
Yeah.
Speaking of Manny, shout out to Manny.
Ooh, Hall of Fame.
Red Sox Hall of Fame.
No, he should get in the Hall of Fame.
One step closer.
Exactly.
No, but this
is significant.
This is his first year on the ballot?
No. He's always on the ballot.
Yeah, he's been on the ballot for a while.
Yeah,
Manny.
Yeah. We talk about what Sway's talking about is the Red Sox Hall of Fame.
Number retired?
Oh, I don't know because David Price uses it.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's just
fucked up. By the way,
it's just the Red Sox Hall of Fame. It's not them retiring your number.
It's a big deal. It's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
The lack of disrespect.
He's entering
the amount of disrespect that Manny Ramirez fucking gets.
He's entering the Red Sox Hall of Fame.
Entire career is bullshit
with David Ortiz too. So that's
my man.
The best 1-2 punch ever, bro.
He got traded for Jason motherfucking Bay. Are you kidding me?
Oh yeah, Manny. Oh yeah.
Are you kidding me? That was a slap in the fucking face then. It's a slap in the fucking face now. We can
spend a whole podcast on this, bro. Let's keep it moving.
I've never been more angry at the Red Sox than that day.
See,
fucking traded Manny Ramirez.
That day I was trying. I knew that Manny was going to get traded. All the talk leading up to that day, I'd already accepted it.
The deadline had passed, man.
And then, but I was like,
that's what pissed me off. That's what ate at me the most.
Jason Bay was a really good player last year. He was really good. I was like, maybe he'll be. Then he came here and just blew.
Bro,
just sucked.
He was so
in the outfield all day.
He was so bad. David Ortiz got affected. That's how bad he was.
He couldn't protect David Ortiz.
Couldn't.
And David Ortiz, fine. I'll back cleanup next year. Fine. And I'll hit 54 home runs. And now, guess what? We're a fucking 80-win fucking team. Congratulations, Red Sox.
With David Ortiz playing the way he was against Tampa when they were down 3-1.
Yeah.
And fucking Bay playing like shit. Yep. They almost pulled it off. They almost made it to the World Series. Yeah. So imagine if they fucking didn't. You know what? I don't want to go down this hole. I don't want to do this.
Fuck Jason.
They win it all. I don't want to do this there. But you know what?
They lost
Manny's there. With that fucking
3 World Series.
Either
Manny,
way, shout
always clutch.
Right. And yeah, exactly. Either way, shout out to Manny Ramirez, my favorite hitter of all time.
Is that Manny, bro? Tell him I said what up.
Pops. Pops is like, yeah, you got to talk about Manny?
Let me get on real quick. I got 2 cents. I got to say my 2 cents. So yeah, man, that's a good look. That's a good look for Boston sports.
Yeah, Manny. I love Manny.
One
And
step
anybody who
closer.
doesn't love Manny and everyone says Manny was a problem, you got problems.
Fuck off.
On that note, we up out of here.
You just don't sign him. You just don't sign him. You want another World Series. You don't sign him. Let him go.
That's what I mean.
That's it. You got a World Series out of it.
Later, guys.
Later.